Okay, ji, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let me start. The point which I would like to discuss with you all today, we are going to discuss about it all the lab apparatuses. Okay, the students who will join later, they will catch up with the recordings as well. Today's task is to you people will be very much familiar with all of the laboratory apparatuses. For which purpose we will use that apparatus. It will be very necessary to know about all of the apparatuses, and we have to identify which apparatus is it. So for this, you people have to get the knowledge about all of these apparatuses. So can you people see it, beta? Yes.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ji, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going to start with the lab apparatuses. So here, first of all, you must be very much familiar with this beaker. So this is a beaker, and in the beaker, there is a glass rod. So glass rod is there. Here, this one is the glass rod. And if you people can see the dropper one, so dropper is here. So this kind of apparatuses you have to identify. This is the syringe. Most of time we are going to use this syringe for the gas syringe. As a gas syringe, if needle is not there and we are connected it with any flask, then the same without this needle, same syringe will become the gas syringe. So we will use the word gas syringe there. It can be if this needle will not be there, then the word gas syringe will be there. So you have to identify accordingly. So here, this one is the burette, and this is the clamp. This one is the clamp. So in the burette, you people have to identify that this burette is basically is attached in the tripod stand. So this is actually the stand through which we can clamp the burette. Burette is used to measure the liquids for the very accurate measurements near about plus minus 0.5. Meaning we can measure like you can measure it like 25.5 or 23.5 or 21.5. So in points you can 21.3. So it's very give us accurate measurements for the liquids which we use. So this one is the burette, and here you can see the graduated cylinder. So graduated cylinder is there in front of you. So this graduated cylinder is also used to measure the liquids. It gives a very exact measurement to measure different liquids up to 20 centimeter cube, 25 centimeter cubes like this. Another apparatus is Petri dish. So this Petri dish is having this cover slip. You can preserve something here and you can cover it with the lid or cover which is provided here. Now next is tongue. This apparatus through which we can hold something is called as the tongue. So look at the spellings. It is not like the tongues of our tongue. It is the different one. You can see the pipette one. This is the pipette. Actually, pipette gives us just approximately measurement like 10 centimeter cube, like 20 centimeter cube. It gives us the exact measurement, not in between that 10 centimeter cube or 25 centimeter cube or 15 centimeter cube. So the fixed amount will be given in the pipette. Always remember, if you people can see the pipette, this is a question which already come in exam. Look at this. This is a pipette through which we can use. We use the safety bulb or pipette at the mouth of this pipette. We use the safety bulb. So here the mark is not at the end. Mark is at the top of the pipette. Till at this point, we have to fill it is say 25 centimeter cube. So we have to fill it at the exact mark. Only one mark is given in the top of the pipette, and we use pipette filler to fill this pipette. Another one is the spatula. So you people can see the spatula here. To shift the things, to hold the things, like spatula means like spoons, it work in our daily life. So here, this one is the evaporating dish in which we will use any salt solution, and that salt solution will start evaporating. So this one is the evaporating dish. Here, this one is the crucible. Here, it's very important. You people must know this is the mortar and this is a pestle. So we are putting the things in it and crushing down the things by using pestle, and mortar will be provided over there. So this one is the pestle and mortar. The apparatus is used to crush the things in the science laboratory when we are performing the experiment and we wanted to make powder and wanted to crush something. For this purpose, we will use pestle and mortar. Here, this is another apparatus. This is the retort. Now, this is very famous apparatus. That is the conical flask. This one is basically written, only flask is written, but you have to write conical flask. Or to somehow in exam, you can read the word titration flask. But if you will get the answer that identify this apparatus, what apparatus is this, you will write it conical flask. So conical flask is basically placed on this wire. So this wire is basically is called as a gauze mate. And the stand which we are using to keep this conical flask is basically the tripod stand. This one is the tripod stand. So tripod stand is used to place the flasks, to place the beakers, to place the evaporating dish. So all of these apparatuses we can place over this wire gauze or gauze mat. Both of the words will be used with this. This is the Bunsen burner. Bunsen burner, right? Flame will be provided. But if Bunsen burner is not there, so what we will use is, if Bunsen burner is not there in the laboratory, yes? Anyone who can answer me? What is the alternative of?
Spirit lamp इस्तेमाल कर लेंगे.
Yes, we will use a spirit lamp. So spirit lamp will be used instead of Bunsen burner if there is no gas in your laboratory. So here magnet is then, there we use magnet in chemistry. This is the magnet basically, which is used in science laboratory. This is test tube rack. And this one is the funnel. In the funnel, if we are going to do the practical of filtration, then filter paper will be used. Stopper is there on the test tube. And here, this is the test tube. And everyone should be familiar with this apparatus that is called as the test tube. Okay. Now, next one is, you people can see these apparatuses. Next one is the test tube. So test tube is basically, yes, I already have show you this apparatus test tube. Watch glass, crucible, weighing balance. For which purpose we will use this weighing balance or digital balance? Digital balance is also used to measure. So which apparatus is used for the digital balance?
To measure mass.
Yes, sharp. Yes,
Electronic balance.
Yes, electronic balance or digital balance. Very good, very well said. Another word for the digital balance is the electronic balance. So electronic, yes.
It will be used to measure mass or it will be used to measure weight.
Mass. Weight is basically in grams. And grams is basically the unit of mass. So you people have to measure the mass. Solid things are basically measured by using these apparatuses. But here you people can see some of the apparatuses here used to measure mass and used to measure liquids. So most of the things, this is a beaker, conical flask, retort, this flask, basically the graduated cylinder. Petri dish is basically used to place something. So here are some of the apparatuses: burette, pipette, measuring cylinders. All of these are used to measure liquids or solutions. Yes.
Ma'am, who gave us a worksheet of apparatuses?
Yes, you have to memorize all. Did you notice where is the
Yes.
pestle and mortar?
Yeah, ma'am, I wanted to ask that which you have shown like in the last picture, the blue picture. Are those all apparatuses present in that sheet?
Yes, most of them are present over there, and you know that. Pestle and
Okay,
mortar and crucible and evaporating dish. Can you see it? Burette, pipette, conical
Yes.
flask, beaker, very important apparatuses are there. This
Ma'am,
is
we will
funnel.
learn their names and their uses and that where they use be
Yes, for which purpose
they
they are using, for which purpose we are using, right? And for which purpose we do that. In this sheet, you people can see the
Okay.
spatula is also there with another shape. Beaker is there, you have done it. Spring balance is used to measure mass. Do you know that? For which purpose you people can use? There is electronic spring balance as well when we will go to the abroad or in, and what they will do, they have different spring balances which can measure up to 40 kg, up to 140 kg. So different basically the numbers at which they can be measured. So according to the measurement of the mass, the apparatuses are there, right? For very big purposes, the measuring mass, a big electronic balances are used. A big machines can be used on which you have to place more of the things, right? So this is again the measuring cylinder, burette, another way to look at this burette, funnel, wash bottle in which basically the distilled water is present, and we will make the use for it for to make the solutions. So distilled water is there. So ammeter is there also. This one is the ammeter. So this is the ammeter for measuring the current. So this is all about the name of and identification of the apparatuses for which purpose we will use. So for temperature, what we will use? Thermometer. There are two types of thermometers. There can be a clinical thermometer that we use to measure our temperature. Clinical thermometer. And there is the lab thermometer. So to check the temperature of the solutions, we will use this lab thermometer. So everyone, did you go through it? Because we have to move on. We have to do some of the past paper questions as well. I hope so that these apparatuses, you people will be very much familiar with all of that. Right?
Ma'am, what is the difference between climate thermometer and lab thermometer?
What is the difference between?
Climate thermometer and lab thermometer.
Yes, climate thermometer and the lab thermometer. The range of the climate thermometer is less, whereas the lab thermometer having more ranges. That range will move up beyond the 100, 200 degrees centigrade, depend upon the level at which you are measuring. So there are different categories of thermometers or different ranges of thermometers through which you people can measure it. Okay, beta? अपना बहुत सारा ख्याल रखिए. Signing off, Miss Aisha Manzoor.